Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, I got two huge announcements to make. Okay, I don't know why I did the intro like that. Two huge announcements to make. was I channeling William Shatner on that one? I don't know, but okay. On with the announcements. First off, I have to congratulate, and I hope you all will join me in congratulating Angelina, my niece. She has passed all of her exams to become a full-time member now with the Travel Only travel agency and company. She'll be working directly with me. We are now partners in crime, if you will. And she's all excited and she's officially signed up and she can now contact the cruise lines directly. She doesn't have to go through me anymore. So she's thrilled. And so if you see any emails coming that you're emailing me and you get answers from her, don't worry. We're working like this. We're side by side. And if you're contacting her, you're contacting me. If you're contacting me, you're contacting her. But please wish her, in case you don't know, that's Angelina, who was on the cruises in November with me, that you saw with the stingrays, and was terrified of water, and she went to horseback riding in the water, stingrays in the water, submarines. So she did all the stuff she's afraid of, and she had a great time. So if I can convince somebody like that cruising is fun to the point where they want to cruise all the time now, I'm quite sure that we can handle anybody else out there, because she was terrified when we first started. So congratulations, Angelina. So that's one big announcement. The second announcement I have is that we just did our group cruise in April of 2019. That was the first Channel group cruise. We were on the Regal Princess going to the Caribbean. Then I decided I wanted to show everybody Alaska. And now we have our group cruise coming up in just a couple months in June, on June 13th, the Royal Princess going to Alaska. 300 people on that cruise. It's going to be a good time. Even my friends Tony and Jenny from the Lita Loca are coming. And yes, people, and just in case you're wondering, I am aware of Tony's video where he's pretending that somebody was harassing him with comments on an email, and it was from Canada. It was somebody who's cruised over 100 times. It was all in light fun, and no, I had no problems with them. Some people were worried I would have a problem with the video, but Tony and I are always talking, and I knew he was going to do something, so it's never a problem, so don't worry about that. Anything you see when Tony comments about me, it's all good, because we're very close friends, so don't worry about that. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, maybe I'll put a link down below, and I'll link Tony's video where he indicates a hostile, shall we say, email, and he indicates that it might be some guy who says, have a fantastic day and don't touch my food. So, and yeah, I'm thinking of something, Tony. Don't you worry. Payback's going to be fun. Okay, now, what I'm going on about, sorry, I rambled on to that because a lot of people emailed me worried I was upset about that. I would be upset, and of course not. So, but now I have some great news. In 2021, I was planning on doing 2 cruises and 2 group cruises. Now, the reason I want to do 2 is because one's going to be a bit longer. Not everybody can go on a longer cruise. Not everyone can get 2 weeks to go on a cruise. A lot of people can only do the 1 week. So I was going to do a long cruise in November of 2021 and a shorter cruise in, say, April. But now I have to switch it around. I'm going to do the longer group cruise in April and the shorter group cruise in November, say. The shorter group cruise will be to the Caribbean. I'm thinking perhaps Royal Caribbean on a large ship and maybe do Perfect Day at Coco Cay. So that will be announced at one point. I'm negotiating that one. But the next group cruise that I wanted to announce, and I wanted to announce it as fast as possible. I was going to wait a little while but I found the ship that I wanted to take the cruise on. I want to do a Panama Canal cruise, coast to coast. And the reason for that, the 10-day just doesn't seem right. If I'm going to do the Panama Canal, I want to do the whole Panama Canal. I just don't want to do a segment and turn around and come back. I want to do the whole Panama Canal. And so a coast to coast sounded like a great idea, but the ships, I weren't happy with the ships that were going to be going in November. They were older and not due for an update anytime soon. But then I found the Island Princess, and the Island Princess will be all medallion class by the time the cruise comes up. She'll be going in and getting all updated, so new Wi-Fi, staterooms are possibly going to be worked on. There's going to be, and I also know the cruise director on board, Natalie. In case you don't remember, I've interviewed Natalie a couple times on the channel, here. You can see here was my very first interview with Natalie, and she was so nice to me the very first time we talked. She was hosting a Mardi Gras mask making class, and she saw me filming, and then she just came over, and she was nice enough to just come out and chat. And I've chatted with her many times since then. And and she's the new cruise director on the Island Princess. So I know she will make the group cruise extra special. Now, in case you're wondering, the group cruise is going to be in April. I'm going to put the date up beside right here. 14 days. It's going to be from Fort Lauderdale to Los Angeles on the Island Princess in 2021. And the reason I wanted to announce it so quickly is because the best sale ever is on right now that includes that cruise, and that would be the drink package, the Wi-Fi, the reduced deposits, and gratuities are all included in that, and it's a refundable deposit as well. So right now it's a good time to lock that in. Not only that, the Island Princess is smaller than the other ships we've done the group cruise on. The Royal and the Regal are much larger ships. So the Island Princess will fill up much faster, but I'm not expecting as many people to be able to go on a 14-day cruise as they can go on a 7-day cruise. So I want to lock in the really good cabins. So what we're going to do, I'm going to give you an email that is specific for this group cruise. The reason I'm saying that is because I don't want it inundate. We already get about 300 emails a day on my normal email account, and it's becoming overwhelming, but now Angelina is able to do some of the things from those requests, so it's going to get a lot better very, very shortly. But if you're interested in the group cruise, this is the only email to use for the Panama Canal group cruise. Please don't send any other emails to that one. Please continue to use my dterrace@travelonly.com for all your regular emails or questions or anything you would need to talk to me about. But I'm going to specifically use this email directly beside. I'm going to put it up right here, or right here, one of the two sides of me. I think it's this side. There we're going to have, this is the email for the group cruise in April to the Panama Canal. And right now what we want to do is we're going to collect all the information, and then we're going to get ready, talk to everybody about what the prices are going to be, let you know if it's a go. We will get all the information, and we're going to book everybody on the same day, all at the same time under a reduced deposit sale. So it's a refundable, everybody gets their money back, and then I can place cabins where everybody is going to be, and we can all try and get in the exact same area of the ship. How cool would it be to have everybody on the whole side of the ship, and we could all open our balconies up and we have the whole side of the ship that we can say hi to each other and talk. That would be so awesome. So there you go. If you're interested in the group cruise, if you could just send us some initial information, even if you're just inquiring about it, it would be greatly appreciated, because it really speeds up the process for Angelina and myself when we're going through these. Just the names of those who would be going, your date of birth, a mailing address, and your phone number, and of course the cabin type you're curious and interested about. Now, when I also say there is the best sale ever, that includes the gratuities, the drink package, the Wi-Fi, and the reduced deposit. You could also get the normal price, which doesn't include any perks and is usually about $300 or so a person cheaper. So there is a way to go a little bit lower, and of course, if a better sale comes along, we can refare you at a later date. So, and why did I choose Panama Canal? Well, Panama Canal, just like Alaska, is definitely a bucket list cruise, especially a coast-to-coast cruise. And not only that, the Island Princess is not going through the new locks, it's going through the full historic locks, the older locks, which means we get to see all the original stuff that was being done and the history that was involved and how hard it was to build the Panama Canal and everything involved. It's going to look like amazing scenery and everything while we're there, but it's it's crazy that when this was built, the differences and especially in technology of what we had. So it will be a very educational cruise as well as a beautiful cruise in probably countries you've never been to before. And what's really great about this is a lot of people are worried to go to some of these countries like Nicaragua, for instance. But you know what? When you're in a group of, say, 150 to 300 people and you're traveling together, it's a heck of a lot safer and you feel a lot more comfortable. Not that anybody has had any real problems in these countries when they're on the cruise ships. The cruise tours stay together, and it's only people who go off and wander into bars and stuff like that on their own and off the beaten path. Those are the people who might get in trouble in areas like this. But when you stay with the groups and you're with a group tour, some of these places, the last stop is Puerto Vallarta in Mexico before we stop in Los Angeles. And if you've ever been in that area and you've seen the hidden beach, it's called, it's like a beach and it's circle like this with a cave kind of thing. And if you can manage to get there with not a whole lot of tourists around you, it's spectacular to see. It's really freaky in a way, but there are so much great things to do there. There's beautiful snorkeling. There's such sceneries. There's volcano activity. There's the countryside, the people, the food. It is going to be fun. Lots and lots of fun. And how much better is it when you're in a big group of everybody that gets to know each other while you're on that cruise? 14 days. People from our cruise in April in 2019 are still in contact with each other, and they're cruising together and they're emailing and sending Christmas gifts to each other, and they were on the Alaska cruise together. That's how good of friends they became from that group cruise, and I really look forward to having everybody on the Alaska cruise doing the exact same thing. And why not? Let's just continue it down in 2021 and head on to the Panama Canal. It will be an experience and we will have a great time, I promise you. Well, that's it. Again, I'll leave the link down below for the email, please. If you're interested in the Panama Canal cruise only, that's the email to use. All other stuff, please continue to use my normal D-Terrace email. It would be muchly appreciated because we need to focus this, get everybody on, and Princess is already in contact with me. They're putting a whole bunch of cabins aside for me on certain decks that I wanted, and so I'm going to spend the next 2 weeks filling those cabins up. And so the faster we can get in there. The last time I announced the Alaska group cruise, I had about 100 cabins booked in about 3 days. So I don't expect that many this time, but you never know. You just never know. Well, there you go. I hope that you're thinking about joining us. It's going to be a great cruise, 2 weeks. And if you can't make that one, don't worry. There will be another one, I believe, in November. It's going to be a 7-day, and it's probably going to be on a large ship, and it's probably going to have Perfect Day at Coco Cay in there. And that way, because I'm going there this year, I want to see how it is now that it's finished and with the new dock and the amusement park and the water slides that are there, and I think that we would have a great time visiting that area. So I hope you appreciate this news update and this cruise update, and again, congratulations to Angelina, now a full-time licensed travel agent here in the company. So if you did, why not give it a thumbs up? Why not hit that subscribe button? Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation and maybe join us on a group cruise.